And yeah, he doesn't want me to speak because he's scared that I will out his lies. That is exactly what it's about. And I have no doubt he will go on a stream tomorrow, maybe even later tonight, and try to claim that everything I've said here tonight is bullcrap, because that's what he does. I'm trying not to say the actual name of his channel, but pretty much everyone here knows exactly who it is. The Steve Hoffman Forums. Very famous music forum, by the way. There is a 70-plus page thread on there, all about specifically him. 70-plus pages of people bitching about the crap he has done. Just saying. Everybody knows who we're talking about.
The Versailles Treaty made a liar of me. Yes, a liar, Stevens. Because the terms that we, the victor, imposed were so harsh that Germany was simply finished. Well, one doesn't do that to a defeated foe. No, once you've got your man on the canvas, that ought to be the end of it.
In dreams, I walk with you. In dreams, I talk to you. In dreams, you're mine. All the time we're together.
This is outrageous! 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 You filthy little wolf! I'm gonna run you ragged!
Who is it?
What's all this for?
I'm filming.
Filming what?
Yeah, just altogether pointless.
It's a 10 out of 10.
What's all this for?
I'm filming.
Filming what?
What you want to do with it?
He got a little pretty mouth, ain't he?
Ma'am, can you give me protection from yourself?
You'll be sorry, Pee Wee Herman! Anybody here?
Sons of pheasants. You'll have to find us first.
I know where you are at Crow Crag. I've been watching you, especially you, prancing like a tit. You want working on, boy.
I may never do a broadcast again. All right, enough of that. It reminds me. What was that? What was that? Was that film '86? No, it weren't. It was. It was fucking Jimmy Savile's show on Sunday, wasn't it? Do you remember that, John Heaton? Oh, anyway, let's get these comments away because let's not disturb the screen. Anyway, what's the name of this stream, by the way? Just tell me, someone, because I know what it is. It's Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, that's right. And listen. Seeing as we're all here gathered together now, some of you, I was very hurt by what Rob Walker said about me turning up to cause aggro wherever I go. And this isn't what I'm about. Anybody that's seen my other channels, which I can't really tell you about, but they're about different things, and I've got a lot of subscribers, and it's not about subscribers because I've left these things alone for the most part, and they've even a couple of Facebook pages, and they've just grown out. They're ridiculously out of control, and I don't even monitor them or anything. I think they're self-governing now. Anything that looks a bit rude gets taken down automatically. So it's these things look after themselves. But I'm just saying, all right, I'm just trying to be honest about music. That's all. But things have got so out of control these last couple of months with these crazy Beatle things going on. It's going to start again with these fucking 4 Beatle films. It's not going to happen. I said yesterday, it's not going to happen. Just because look, you've all got these stupid books like Mark Lewis done, haven't you, at home? And today got reported that the Beatles were going to get back together again. And do you know what I mean? And these things were never serious, but at the time they was reported as such. And like I said, it's not easy. If you watch any of these Oliver Harper's film reviews or anything, and he goes into the ins and outs of the making of things like Star Wars or Dirty Dancing or all these classic films, and I'll tell you what, they were never straightforward to make. A lot of them, they were sort of right on the edge of calamity, and a sort of they had to sort of like steal other studios or gymnasiums or things like that to get the film finished. So you know what I mean? Do you think that's something that's not going to get too much interest because they've really flogged the Beatles to death, and people aren't into the early Beatles anymore? People will be saying, "Who are they? Do we care about them?" Plus, if there's 2 of them still alive, it'll be a whitewash, won't it? It'll be like that awful Cilla Black story that they had on. It was, oh yes, we're so talented, and my parents, they're poor but they're wonderful. It weren't like that at all. It weren't like that at all. Or that Brian Epstein one that got cancelled. You know what I mean? It was just going to be about him and his black servant. That's what it was going to be. Because the BBC are obsessed with gay people and counterculture and black people. Do you know what I mean? So it ticked all the boxes for them. And it probably would have suggested that John Lennon was gay as well. Just because they could. Because it's the BBC. Of course, they're going to want him to be gay. Anyway, so we want to briefly touch on this before AGK introduces today, and we're very excited to have AGK here. Teeth or no teeth, we welcome you, AGK. Yeah, if he's listening, he'll be here soon, but he's going to do AGK's new series on Invisible Ray, exclusive to Invisible Ray. I've got semi-copyright to it. And he's going to talk to us about, records, because that's what he knows about. And today he's going to talk to us about the year 1968. Yeah, 1968. That's going to be interesting. It says here on in the paragraph he sent me, in the facsimile, it says, yes, my AGK's time travels will cover the number 1 songs of Great Britain and the United States. And because I can't afford the copyright to many of them, I'm choosing 4, but 2 from each country. Isn't that wonderful? Stop. Yeah, I think it is, AGK, and I think it's good that you're still broadcasting, even though you've got these, medical conditions, as you like to call them. You know, it's a dental condition. All right. Anyway, look, I'm not going to pick on you, AGK, because I know you've had a rough week. We've all had a fucking rough week, haven't we? Anyway, but let's cover the lesser subject, which is Mayo. Now, as predicted, Beetle Babe, or Bunny Boiler, as we should call her, has showed up relentlessly on Mayo's stream. Now, did you notice that she's just butting into everything and she's got a story for everything? And I think even he's had enough. He's had enough. He used to say, well, Jen says, or well, Beetle Babe says, and now he just sort of puts it up there, doesn't he? And sort of says the quote or whatever, but doesn't say her name. Because, you know, he's getting ashamed and he's getting worried because you never know, she could turn up with a fucking pair of scissors when Blanche is at the, because she knows everything about what Blanche is up to. She knows what school she works in. She's got a photo of her in her knickers. She's got a blood group. She knows everything about her. She knows everything. And she's been plotting, and she even got jealous about Caitlin. When I mentioned Caitlin at the fest, she launched into one. And then she launched into one about Skylark just because they both talked to Mayo. Fucking hell, who would have thought it? Bloody Rock Hudson. Me, Mr. fucking Mayo, Rock Hudson, eh? Beetle Babe and Mayo. Yeah, well, I don't think, do you know what, like I said, I always think he's been in the unwilling partner. We didn't know. But now when we put all the clues together and all the evidence, we realise she's done this sort of thing before, at least twice, and she's constantly doing this to blokes like innocent people, like poor James Sinatra and Henry, and she's trapping them, she's tricking them into sending dick shots and things like that with the promise of returning them. And it's awful. It's terrible behaviour. And Mayo was right in that. You know, we all's laughing at it, and yeah, it was funny, but it was dead serious. She's all cutesy, and yeah, she is. Hello, Vinyl Doe. Do you want to come up and make merry? Because AGK's going to be up here in a bit, and he's going to do a special year. But I don't think he'll be happy if you're up here when he's up here, because he's very shy. He said he got upset last night when he was about. He wanted to play his uke because he said he wants to be part of the uke wars, but he's going to be a part of the uke wars on Matthew Street's side, because it doesn't matter if you've got a gold-plated uke, and they reckon that gold-plated uke was bought by mean Mr. Mayo and sent all the way to California, but not as a love gesture, as a gesture to say, keep away from me now. All right, we're quits. But it just made her go more crazy for him, like a damn alley cat. So, you know what I mean? He knows he's in a bad position. He knows Blanche is in danger. Well, at least he's retired. He can keep an eye on her. But he can't really, can he? Because he can't spend all day at the school. You know, it's a dangerous situation. Don't you agree? Oh, do you want? I'll put an invite up for you. No, I mean, if you want to come up here, Mr. Mayo, and, you know, she's probably watching, but listen, you can talk to us. Don't worry. You can talk. Talk. You can talk. I felt bad for him today when she was pestering him. She was everywhere. She was like a rash. Wouldn't she? Yes, I agree, and I've got one of those as well. And don't you use? I use toe clippers, and they're so annoying. I thought, shut up! Is there anything you haven't done or seen, or any rock star you haven't fucked? Do you know what I mean? And this is it. This fantasist business. Do you get Richie Dolan straight in? He was talking about these legends the other day, and by the way, this is what I wanted to say. Right, listen. Because we might already have a winning best vinyl nerd video of the year. Just putting it out there, right? Well, I was thinking, I was so angry about the ghosties. Really, it annoyed me. So, and it was rubbish as well. So I thought, I'm going to bring back the Vinyl Nerd Awards this year. All right, calm down, everybody. Please calm down, everyone. I won't say it again. I won't say it again. Just look, ladies, please calm down. It's coming back. Coming back. Well, that's where I was ad-libbing. Anyway, listen, I thought I'm going to bring it back. And this I made because it was to do with something else, because what I was going to do is market something. But, yeah, I mean, you know, when I was off for 6 months and I was gathering all of this stuff, and I just want to show the fruits of my labour, because you'll be very impressed. You can come up in a minute. Did you get the link there, Vinyl Dale? Because don't come up for about 5 minutes if you're coming up. Coming up. And I'm glad I got you tonight, because I got the insight for tomorrow. Yeah. Blanche in peril. Blanche in peril. Anyway, so what I was thinking is I'm going to give this away as the prize. It's 128 gigabytes of classic albums. Now, you tell me the albums are not there. And you tell me if... Hang on, I've got to get rid of this. All right, Blanche in Peril's gone. And you tell me this, that there is not a finer collection of the greatest albums of all time, perceivedly, but I searched through the decades to find them, because that list changes all the time. I could speak in Michael Nolan voice now. I say, that list changes all the time. But let me tell you that they're all... Have you seen his fucking stupid beard? He looks like a tramp. Then he looks like Robinson Crusoe being fucking goats. Anyway, look, I'm not here to insult you, Michael Nolan. You're cooling away. You're cooling away for an old fart. Anyway, let's put this on, because you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Now, if your favourite album isn't there, you can sue me, all right? Here we go. Here we go. So this is the prize for the Vinyl Nerd Awards. I'm telling you in advance, because it's brilliant. This will get some interest going. It will. It will. Stand by. Oh, is that the end? Is that the end? Oh, well, no, hey, what a prize that is, eh? There's a few albums on there, I can tell you. In fact, there's more albums on there than that. There is. Because what I didn't feature much of was the soundtracks. I've got a whole bunch of soundtracks on an extra folder. Yeah. Are you coming up, Vinyl Doubt? In fact, you don't have to, because I don't think I'm going to be up for that long, but we've got AGK coming up tonight. And I don't know if he wants to be seen or whether he wants to be an avatar. So, oh, hello, AGK. What you got to say, young man? Hello, Ray. I don't feel very comfortable. Oh, let me hand you over to the people here at home. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm feeling a lack of self-confidence at the moment because of these toxic trolls out there. Toxic trolls ruining my life, asking me about my personal life. Now, Invisible Ray invited me up here today to talk to you about the subject which I am quite a specialist in. And I heard Ray speak of the paragraph. I shall repeat myself here. I want to talk about the number one hits of the United States and Great Britain. And I can represent both of these great nations in, well, Canada is also a great nation, but it doesn't really count with the charts. And I love Pierre Trudeau. And this is what I think, is that I went through the copyright, and I still hope that I'm going to make it through the copyright, but I've chosen two tracks which I think might escape copyright, which were number ones in Great Britain, and they were also, but they wasn't, and there's another two which was separately number one in the United States of America. Yes, to the south of us, our southern neighbors. Yes, and the ones that don't say oot when I go oot. And they don't talk like that. Canadian people don't talk like that. So I don't feel comfortable showing my teeth tonight. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through these wonderful number ones, and I'm going to speak about them right now because now I want to tell you back in 19 and our featured year tonight is the great year of 1968. Yes, and Invisible Ray was actually 1 year old in this wonderful year. He doesn't remember much about it because he told me earlier. And I think one of my favorite records, well, I've had to say that because I've got Caitlin's script and she's told to say everything about the Beatle records that she's playing. Oi, Robot. Did you see when she was on that panel the other day? And she kept it buttoning and shouting, and she's got such a big mouth. And she got tits like coconuts. Maybe she could do some modeling for me, and I could do photography because, you know, I don't mind plus size lesbians. But anyway, listen, first record I'm going to play. And did you know this is a number one in Britain? And it is the only number one ever to be to get to number one in Great Britain. And this was by married couple. But it's. Did I say that right? I said that wrong because I'm thinking about my dental treatment, which I can't afford. Even though my father left me an offshore pipeline off Newfoundland. Or was it Nova Scotia? Or perhaps it was both. But it's bringing in the Canadian dollars for me. But I still too cheap to pay for my dental treatment when I could get some of those edible gums. Do you get edible gums over there in America? We do in Canada in the pick and mix section, and I put them in my mouth, and then I've got shiny white teeth, just like the old days. Well, anyway, this song is the first song, and it's by the only ever Israeli act to get to number one in Great Britain. And I don't think this ever happened. Oh, no, maybe it did happen again later because they had that song, Hallelujah, la, la, la. Remember from the Euro song? What a great song that is. But you know who sang that? Who made that song? It was Leonard Cohen. That album's also on there. It certainly is. And the Euro song version and Bucks Fizz is also on there. So let's hear it for Abby and Esther O'Farim with Cinderella Rockefeller. And by the way, they got divorced after a few years. You know what I mean? They're not together anymore.
You're the lady that I love.
And yeah, he doesn't want me to speak because he's scared that I will out his lies. That is exactly what it's about. And I have no doubt he will go on a string tomorrow, maybe even later tonight, and try to claim that.
I love your touch. Thank you so much. I love your eyes. That's very nice. I love your chin. Say it again. I love your chinny chin chin. Rockefeller, Rockefeller. Rockefeller, Rockefeller. You're my Rockefeller. I'm your Rockefeller. I love your face. In the right place. I love your mind. That's very kind. I love your jazz. Razzmatazz. I love your jazz. Razzmatazz. Rockefeller, you're my Rockefeller. You're my Cinderella. Ooh, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I
love you. What do you think about that? I've got a 19-year-old. I've got a. Oh, I can't play that again. Hold on. Copyrights.
You're the lady that I love. I'm the lady.
Well, shush. Yeah. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes. I hope you enjoyed that. That was good fun. I love your jazz, razzmatazz. I love you. We could play that on the uke. We could play that on my new uke. But my new uke has been hidden in the cupboard because never mind. Anyway, listen. My next song is going to be in a United States #1, and I don't know a lot about this one or whoever sang it, but they've got a funny name, and they are called. I think they're American, but they could be Canadian. Who knows? Anyway, it's a good one, and it's copyright free.
Drop your silver in my tambourine. Help a poor man build a pretty dream. Give me pennies, I'll take anything. Now listen while I play my green tambourine. Watch the jingle jangle start to reflections of the music that is mine. When you toss a coin, you hear it sing. Now listen while I play my green tambourine. Drop a dime before I walk away. Any song you want, I'll gladly play. Money feeds my music machine. Now listen while I play my green tambourine.
Yeah, so that's the first US number one of 1968. But I don't think it was the first, but it's the first one I'm playing. Don't you people listen to me? Anyway, it's okay. Everything's okay. Now listen. The next towards the end, but you understand my medical condition is very painful, especially on my nose. So I can't be too long tonight. You understand? I may never broadcast again. Anyway, the next one, and I'm going to stay with the United States with a very strange and peculiar French song. And this was this, I don't know, maybe it's not a French song, but I know that France had France won the Euro song in 1968 with this song with lyrics. But this one is without lyrics. And if my French is correct, his name is Paul Moriat. And the song is called Love is Blue. And don't we love this song? Don't we love this song? And it's probably copyright free. So let's go.
Doesn't want me to speak because he's scared that I will out his life. That is exactly what it's about. And I have no doubt he will go on a stream tomorrow, maybe.
Well, that was a very pleasant number one, wasn't it? Yes, it was purely instrumental. Anyway, the last song I've got is tonight. It's going to be a wonderful song by Dave D. Dozy Beaky McIntitch, and it is called The Legend of Xanadu. Dune and Invisible Ray's buddy, Jose the Portuguese, he loves this song. He loves it. And you'll understand why he loves it when you hear it. For all you American and Canadian viewers out there, and Rule Maple Leaf, whatever the fucking national anthem is over there. It's so boring. It's so boring.
Esta es la leyenda de Xanadu.
Shadows moving places where we used to go. And the buildings open to the sky, all echo when the vultures fly as if to show. I love one for a day, and two to pass away. It's Xanadu. It's Xanadu. It's Xanadu.
What was it to you that a man laid down his life for your love? Were those clear eyes of yours ever filled with the pain and tears of grief? Did you ever give yourself to any one man in this whole wide world? Or did you love me, and will you find your way back one day to Xanadu?
Well, Invisible Ray's back here again. AGK's just fucked off. I think he got in a bad mood about something, God knows what. You know, he's so highly strung. He's so highly strung. You know what? This is why we fell out, because I had to be a bit tough on him. You know, I had to give him some tough love, and he can't take it. He runs to the corner, grizzling, and the world's so. Oh, Rachel, what do you think? And he's such a cunt. He doesn't realise that she's pissing herself. She goes, over at this. So what? Guess what? Fucking AGK's done again. We all do. We all do. I said to him years ago when I said this kindly to him when he had a breakdown. I said, just don't come up here very often. Just come up here when you feel in the mood to come up. Don't wind yourself up, because he used to watch it in the background and he'd pounce onto the show. He'd just appear and he'd go, you see, that's when Rachel's stream was fun. It was you'd get all these fucking oddballs and characters, and I'm amazed that he survived all these years over there. He upsets everybody. He's a spoilt brat. He's just not a lovable person. and you know, not being lovable is one thing, but being ridiculous as well. Wearing that fucking mask the other day. I mean, it would look a lot weirder if we hadn't just been through COVID, but no one's wearing the masks anymore. I think my wife was the last person in town wearing a mask, and even she thought, fuck it, I can't do it anymore. It just looks stupid now. Oh, anyway, listen, I mean, I'm sorry about AGK. He would have turned up, but like I said, he was worried about a sore nose, so and sore teeth. Oh, I had to watch it again today. Well, I couldn't watch it all, but I was watching snippets of it, and because I've been so busy this week, I was really excited about watching it. You know, I thought, oh, if I get a tea break, or if I go to the toilet, I'm gonna get my old ear set on, and I'm gonna listen to AGK ranting and raving. The things I do for AGK's final life. Well, he's got all day to fuck about because he's rich and out of work. Isn't he? He's pervert. He's pervert. You're a pervert, AGK. You are. Honestly. I mean, I would never wish misery on another man. I wouldn't, but, you know, well, I'm just too polite to say, really. You know what I mean? I'm too polite to say. Anyway, listen, because some of you weren't here earlier, we actually, I'm going to finish the show very shortly. But as I said, the Vinyl Nerd Awards will be returning. And I just want to say about Mr Mayo, rewatch your stream from this afternoon and compare it to the one the day before and the day before that, and see our Beetle Babe is a splodge of pink everywhere on it, saying ridiculously stupid things. You know what I mean? I would accuse a normal person of talking like that in comments of being like on Valium or something, but I don't know. She could be on medication. She could be on copious amounts of medication. We don't know. Uppers, downers, all around us. But listen, if she's got her sights fixed on you, just think about the damage it could cause you and Blanche. And I'm very worried about Blanche. I think she could be a victim. I was watching the Bunny Boiler film the other day, and although I can sympathise a little bit with Glenn Close, it's very traumatic for Michael Douglas's family, and especially when the bunny gets boiled. It's not nice, and we don't like animal cruelty. But you know, if there's not a bunny in the house, it'll be Blanche, and I'm worried. I'm worried. You heard it here first. You see, you spend too much time worrying about people like pre-code. Mick going to bump you off, and you should be, or Marty McGrath stalking you. And what you should be worried about is perhaps he was protecting you all this time. Perhaps he was somebody to watch over you, like a guardian angel. I showed you, didn't I, the other day, yesterday's stream? I showed you that fucking genie's bottle. Yeah, it's closed at the end. It's closed at the end. This thing can't get. You could be forgiven, Mr. Mayo, but for your weakness. You were a weak man. That's all. Blanche can forgive you if she ever finds out. She's not going to be bothered. But you've got to get this tramp off your back. She's worse than we think. She's worse. Don't forget what she said. Don't forget we've got all that evidence. We can replay it again if you want. Don't forget what she was saying about you. She was spilling the beans left, right, and centre. And, you know, a man is entitled to some privacy in his life, no matter what weird fetishes he's got. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, somebody once said to me, where was it? I think it was in Camden. And he come up to me and I didn't know who the fuck he was, but it was about midnight. And he says, you know, we've all got strange sexual habits. And I didn't know if he was sort of saying, like, you know, because I was dressed smart, waiting for someone on the corner, that I was sort of like, you know, some sort of plying trade or whatever. I wasn't. But anyway, or he was just like drunk or so. I don't know. Or maybe he was right. Maybe we do all have sexual habits. It stayed with me. I thought, yeah, maybe we do. I was trying to work mine out, but I thought, well, if I did have any, I probably wouldn't. I don't know. I don't think I have really. Do you know? I'm a very I'm quite conservative, really. I mean, listen to this, Lord Heaton, because Lord Heaton's got the Kama Sutra at home, and you know they're always horny. They're old aristocrats. They're always bonking. Anyway, yeah. I mean, of course, we like. I like it when she's on top. She likes it when I'm. And I don't have to move too much. You know, when she's on top, she does all the work, sort of thing. And we're like the missionary. I mean, it's classic, isn't it? It's classic. And the doggy, of course, yeah. And you know, there's the other one as well, which we can't really mention in front of an audience of perhaps children are watching. Perhaps they are. You never know. You don't know who's watching because a lot of these people are very silent. Yeah. Anyway, so let's have a look at these.
Sons of pheasants. You'll have to find us first.
I know where you are at Crow Crag. I've been watching you, especially you, prancing like a tit. You want working on, boy.
Yeah, so I mean, you wouldn't believe that Invisible Ray could have sympathy for a man like me. I mean, in a normal world, no, I would see that man as, oh, it's that bloody postman again. He's late, he's obnoxious, he's rude, and he kicks over the milk bottles if he didn't get a Christmas tip. Yeah, an arrogant bastard. There's no two ways about it. He can't help what he is. But when I see a man like that, driven to madness by a woman like that, and you know what, I think we're all triggered off. First of all, there was the Oklahoma trip. I think that started it because it proved that he could go by plane somewhere, but he went with Blanche. And she's sitting at home saying, you couldn't have come to California, and you just said your wife's like, don't move much. Right? And you're over there giving it to her in Oklahoma. She went mental. And then after that, there was what happened? Hang on, let me just rewind my memory a little bit. Yeah, there was the Oklahoma. Oh yeah, and then Now and Then turned up. Now, she would have normally have said Now and Then's a great song. I loved every minute of it. I couldn't believe the Beatles were there in front of me. She'd be like Lars lad, right? She would. But because she was pissed off by Mayo, all of a sudden she went anti-Beatles. I was shocked myself. I think I couldn't work it out because time hadn't revealed its dirty secrets at that point. But they came out. And you know what? Much as you can blame, like I said, you can blame the weakness of a man who's a misogynist at best. He really is a misogynist at best. Psychopath, perhaps. a narcissist, yeah, a sociopath, just about everything bad, everything bad. But he's been roped into this, and this woman she's the snake. You're right. Smiling faces tell lies. They don't tell the truth. Where's my uke? Bing, 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 bing. I can't reach it. I don't know where I'll put it. I've put it somewhere where I'd never want to see it again, actually. Well, unless Bunny Boiler shows up or a special guest star. And AGK's just got in touch with me via text message, and he says to me, Dear Invisible Ray, I'm sorry I lost my temper. I feel bad now. Can I come back and do 1969? I said, yes, of course you can. I'm on your side, AGK. I'm on your side. I'm your brother. Because Beetle Babe, she was going mental about you, like you was really evil, like you'd murdered Beans and you'd put a curse on you. And I said, this is rubbish. Don't talk such medieval babble, woman. But she didn't. She kept going on and on. This was only till a couple of days ago. It was lunacy, and she was going on about Matthew Street's ukulele, and it was doing my head in. I thought, no, you're not fucking starting on Matthew Street. I'm drawing the line here at the uke wars. I'm drawing the line, and that's why my uke is allied to Matthew Street's uke, not the gold-plated uke that Mr Mayo bought you. There was just one more thing, because we've finished about warning Mr Mayo and Blanche. You've got Jason Voorhees out there in female form. Watch out. Yes, we're gonna bring back the Vinyl Nerd Awards, but guess what? We're going to do this is going to be the prize. It's the USB sticks. It ain't going to cost fuck all postage and packing, is it? 128 gigabytes of music, full up. What I'd suggest is you get another memory stick and transfer all the music immediately, just in case something bad goes wrong with it, and then you've got it there to back up. Back it up. But here we are. This is what you're going to get. I was sorry if you've seen this before. You're going to have to put up with it again. Sorry about that. We'll have to watch it.
sideline property. Shut up!
Yeah, I'm back. Jack's back. Fret. Well, I'm sorry I haven't had a chance because I can't multitask after the week I've had. Listen, let me just tell you quick. I've been in this place, right, for a couple, and I was saying how wonderful it was, like paradise, and it was, they were sucking me into a trap. I've been working like a bloody knitter. I've been working like a coolie, and I'm fucking worn out. I'm really worn out. They want me to go and check machinery. They want me to do this. They want me to do that. They want me to find replacements for bits and pieces. And it's really on me. You know what I mean? It's really on me. I thought it was too good to be true. But like I'll be used to it in a couple of weeks. You've got to remember I've had 6 months off work and I've just done this sort of basic fucking checking drawings job since then. So I'm not up to speed. But at 57, do I want to be up to speed? That's the thing. But at least it's somewhere in England. It's not like I've got to go all over it, because I was getting a bit sick of it. It was getting a bit like I thought it was great at one point, but sometimes I'd be out there. I'd be really, it's really lonely in some places, and you can't mix with the locals either because they're fucking bonkers. You know what I mean? And it's for your own protection, because your average fucking drinking hairy ass stoker, he ain't gonna think too much about like acting like what he would do in Portsmouth High Street or Southampton, is he? This is the problem. So you've got to protect the Europeans, let's say, from themselves when they're abroad. Anyway, so listen, my final word is for poor Mr Mayo, and like I said, I mean, fit to be typed, I'd be horrified by this, but I've actually found room in my heart, even for, like I said, well, I wouldn't say a worthless or useless man, but somebody who's squandering life selfishly, and he really needs to go to church and speak to somebody and hopefully see the light, because he's not interested. He hates animals, trying to make out he's Dr. Doolittle at the moment. Listen, Mr. Mayo, you're full of shit. Full of shit. You don't like animals. You want to eat all animals. I know you do. Somebody was talking about chicken wings today, and I saw you. Your mouth was watering. And you think that man, because this is what I said about him, he ain't got no fucking willpower after he almost died, and he's been given, like, this woman, Bunny Boiler, is gonna send him to the grave, and I don't want to see him dead. How am I going to pick on him if he's dead? Like I said, I got on board this thing because I thought, well, yeah, it's a chance to have a pop at Mayo, but perhaps he didn't deserve that. Perhaps he didn't deserve it. Like I said, we've all been guilty of crimes. What about if one of those women from the past, from the 2006, 7, 8, or 9 even, comes around and says, I've got video footage of this man being vulgar in front of me. Do you know what I mean? We've all done it, and it's, the only thing he's done wrong is messed up his computer screen. That's all. Apart from that, he might have made promises that he weren't going to keep, but the Oklahoma trip, was you having sex with her, was you? With that Blanche? I thought you said you hated her. And like I said, just check out what a psycho is by looking at all of her comments, unless she quickly takes them down off Mayo's stream. But they're up there, comment after fucking comment, red splot, pink splodge after pink splodge, and she's even dressing as Sergeant Pepper for him. Yeah. Watch out, Mr. Mayo. She's Bunny Boiler. Look out. Anyway, on that, I'm going to have to go. But I wish to say goodnight. And AGK will be back. I promise you, he will be back. Yeah, he'll be back.
No one touches
He'll
the
be back.
Primadonna until the tournament. Is that understood? Yes, Sensei! But you don't show.
And it's open season. On him. And you.
Well, I think he's regretting it already. Like I said, I could see that he was quite distressed, and I don't think I think everybody else was thinking, "Oh yeah, it's all right, it's all happy endings," but it weren't. I think he's worried about it now. I think he's got to try and stop her, but in a way where she won't go total bunny boiler on him. And I think she's that far gone already. And like I said, you know what? This is your real fear, Mister. A woman is just as capable of picking. Oh, I know I've been stabbed by a woman. They don't think about it. They go mental for a minute and then whack, whack. And you know what I mean? All they have to do is get you in the wrong place, and you're done for. You're dead meat. You'll be the fucking hamburger. You'll be Beetle Babe hamburger. Yeah, this is it. This is what you are. You are a hamburger in the middle of two buns. But like I said, you know, you're not top of the pops at the moment because you know AGK's at top and he's going to take some beating right at the moment. In fact, I've just to let you know, if you've been watching and you've seen all those albums that were there, that's all on the memory card, and it could be yours if you win the Vinyl Nerd 2024. Yes, forget your Ghosty Awards. It's going to be Invisible Ray's going to return. With Andrew Dixon still hasn't collected his prize. He's got to pay his own postage and packing now, and I'm trying to keep these costs down. Do you know what I mean? Because I haven't. Because after giving the 2,000 to Beetle Babe, the 2,000, I want my 2,000 back, Beetle Babe, or I've got to get Danny to get the people that he knows to make you concrete shoes. How about that? And put you right next to Jimmy Hoffa. Oh, let's get the FBI. Get Caitlin onto you because you hate her, don't you? Because you thought, what if Mayo's been sleeping with her overnight because Caitlin didn't turn up with her wife? She turned up with her mum. Now, what about if she put her mum in bed early and she was wandering around looking for something? Because you know, anyway, I don't want to go into what lesbians do in their spare time, but it could have ended up with Mayo being there on as side salad. Side salad. Oh, she was rubbish though, wasn't she, at that Beetle Fest? They were all rubbish. Beetle Brad was brain dead. Honestly, those questions were so easy. He was brain dead. I thought, fancy, look, you think you're the best, and all of a sudden you totally lost it. Totally blanked out, didn't he? Totally blanked out. Okay, so was John Lennon's first name? Yoko. Wrong, Beetlebrand. Wrong. You see, total confusion. He's losing it, and trouble is, he'd be like a wild bear because he's quite a big bloke. And imagine him, and he's lost his mind, and he doesn't know what's going on. He thinks he's back in Korea or something like that, and he starts attacking. He thinks everyone's a Chinaman. Oh, he sees Mr. Mayo with his Grecian 2000 hair. It goes for his throat. He could bring you down, Mr. Mayo. He's big bloke. He is. I see a picture of him. I wouldn't want to meet him. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to meet Tom either. He's fucking off his nut on coke, wasn't he? He's so old. Old hat, isn't he? Andy Wonderly. Anyway, that's it. I've got to go. Got to go. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Cocaine Bear, yeah. Good night. Good night.